Baijnath Temple is set in the backdrop of Dhauladhar Himalayan range, which is around 17 km from Palampur. The small town is located on a Pathankot Mandi highway of Himachal Pradesh. So a visit to this unique Jyotirlinga temple is a must on your trip to Kangra. This ancient temple with interesting legends and a splendid architecture will surely be a worthwhile visit for you. Baijnath Temple is a Nagara-style Hindu temple situated in a small town of Baijnath, located in Kangra district, Himachal Pradesh, India. The ancient temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva as Baijnath, the Lord of Physicians. The history of the ancient Baijnath temple is hazy, and the two long inscriptions fixed in the walls of the mandapa of the temple gives us account of the temple. The inscriptions tell us that a Shiva Linga known as Baijnath already existed on the spot but was without a proper house, so the present temple was constructed. British archaeologist Alexander Cunningham noticed an inscription of 1786 in the temple referring to its renovations by King Sangsara Chandra. An inscription on the wooden doors of the sanctum of the temple provides the date as Samvat 1840, Christian era 1783, that is very near to Cunningham's date. The devastating earthquake that shook the entire region of Kangra on 4th April 1905 also caused damage to the shrine, which has been reported by J.P.H. Vogel and has since been repaired. At present, the temple is a protected monument under the Archaeological Survey of India, but the performance of worship and rituals are under a local board of Baijnath with SDM as its chairman. The hereditary priests continue to get a share of the offerings. There are two entrances, north and south, and a vast vestibule in the middle with balconies on either side. Baijnath Temple is a beautiful temple with a shikhara, means temple tower, a mandapa, means main hall, and a sanctum. This is the mandapa. Before the mandapa is a small porch that is based on 4 columns. On this porch rests Nandi, the mount or Bahan of Lord Shiva. The inner and exterior walls of the temple are full of sculptures of Hindu gods and goddesses. The overall design of this shrine is beautiful. 2 long inscriptions are engraved on stone slabs in the main hall. These inscriptions are written in Sanskrit using Sharada script and local Pahari language in Turkish script. These inscriptions provide details about the construction of temple by the merchants Manioka and Ahuka in Indian national calendar Shaka in 8th century. These inscriptions, besides praising Lord Shiva, name the current ruler King Jayachandra, list of the names of the architects and the names of donor merchants at time of construction. Another inscription names Kangra district's old name, namely Nagarakot, a district in which the temple is built. Numerous idols are carved on the walls of the temple, some of them dating prior to the present temple was built. Idols include Lord Ganesha, Lord Harihara, Kalyana Sundara, and defeat of Asura Andhaka by Lord Shiva. According to ancient scriptures of Hindu tradition, Lord Shiva established 12 Jyotirlingas, which were pillars that emanated pure light and unencumbered power across the country as a challenge to Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma. And one of these 12 Jyotirlingas rests inside the famous Baijnath Temple. The demon king Ravan was a sworn devotee of Lord Shiva. How he became the king of Lanka is an integral part of our ancient scriptures. Ravan always wanted to become the king of the great land of Lanka, and for this he decided to perform a penance in the name of Lord Shiva. He cut off his 10 heads and sacrificed them to Lord Shiva as a part of his prayer. Pleased by his dedication, Lord Shiva not only granted him the boon of unparalleled strength and wisdom to rule the land of Lanka, but also reinstated all his heads too as they were before. Hence he is called the god of healing. Overwhelmed by Lord Shiva's generosity, Ravan dared to ask the Lord for another request, a request for the Shiva to accompany him to Lanka. Lord Shiva granted him this wish by turning himself into a shivling and asked him only to put it down once they arrive at Lanka. Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma became extremely worried that the power of the holy shivling coupled with Ravana's newly found strength and wisdom could make him unbeatable. The lords started blowing strong winds as Ravan travelled to Lanka. The unbearable cold forced Ravan to attend nature's call. He saw a beggar sitting on the corner of the street and asked him to hold the shivling while he was gone. This beggar was, in fact, Lord Vishnu in disguise. As soon as Ravan gave Lord Vishnu the custody of the shivling, he immediately put it down and the shivling attached itself to the ground, rendering it immovable. This is now the Baijnath Temple. The architecture of Baijnath Temple hints of an early medieval North Indian style which is popularly called as Nagara. The technique has been blended with architectural styles that are mainly popular in Odisha. Hence, such an artistic blend is unique to the state of Himachal Pradesh.